WD18 here, back at the Vic for a preview for the Watford Crystal Palace game this Sunday. I'm here with Nikil and Shane. We're going to go into previewing the game and then also we're going to give a predicted lineup for Sunday.
Burnley away was a great game. Gutted I didn't go now, actually. Gutted I didn't get up early and just go to the game. I mean, the scenes when we got that third goal as well, it was all kind of sewn up and everything. So many stand-up performances. Obviously, we've talked about that a little bit more in the podcast earlier today, but players in there. Etienne Capoue, I thought had a great game. Cathcart, Cabasele looks solid.
Lots of positives to take into this weekend. What is going to be the game plan, do you think, from Gracia?
Well, similar sort of performance, really. I think he'll obviously stick to the 4-4-2 again, the two up top. He saw that it works. And I think Crystal Palace are going to be sort of side like Burnley, where they'll be quite defensive, but they're really fast on the counter. After seeing them play on Monday, actually, against Liverpool at Selhurst, I think, like I said, yeah, they're going to be deadly on the counter. They're going to be very defensive, and maybe it's away from home, so they're not as the same as home games. Yeah. But I think it's going to be really difficult, and we need to attack, but we need to have a balance of defend and attack.
Talking about defending as well, it's well known that we've struggled with Wilfried Zaha and his pace and creativity in games, especially with the rivalry between him and the fans because of all the diving stuff. He gets it from lots of different teams, but it seems like he doesn't like Watford a lot, especially about the fans. And obviously the incident with Harry the Hornet a few years ago. He looks to be up against Holebas or Janmaat, depending on what side he plays on. Doesn't look like the fullbacks will probably change, but how do you think we can stop him? Because he seems to be their main threat at the moment.
Definitely, no. He's very quality, especially I saw on Monday night, like I said, the way he had no fear on the ball, and every kind of run and pass he made and movement on the ball, no one tried to get near him. But I think what we need to do that we didn't do last season was at home, we didn't close him down enough.
I'll be honest with you, look, Zaha is one thing, and it's one of these things where the Watford fans are going to be totally against him for 90 minutes. But the problem with Wilfried Zaha is that he's not affected by that. In fact, if anything, he raises his game another level whenever that happens. He always wants to score against Watford, I think. Yeah. He always wants to just to kind of, play the pantomime villain throughout the game.
We need to put two players on him, track back. We need to make challenges when we can. And I believe if we make challenges near to the free kick line, but the proper challenges.
Keep it outside the penalty area.
Yeah, so we need to do, because he'll just go down. So even if
so you can give away, so it's basically give away the fouls, but make sure it's before the penalty area.
Definitely, yeah, and make sure you time it right. Do you know what I mean? So I think we can stop him, but we got to close down and we got to fight and have hunger. If we don't close down, we're going to come under this game.
The big news from Palace and the big news for us. A certain Mr. Aaron Wan-Bissaka won't be playing. He's a big threat for them. Gets forward well, isn't afraid to take on those players. Last season, he was going up against teams like Liverpool, Spurs. He was happy to keep those wingers quiet, happy to keep the likes of Sadio Mane relatively quiet. This season, obviously, look, listen, he was one-on-one against Salah on Monday night. It was only ever going to be one winner. Salah would have scored. He had to probably make the challenge to keep Palace at the time in the game. It was only 1-0, and I think
getting him ready is probably worth it.
It was, yeah. But he's now out for 3 games. So, and missing this one here will be big. Joel Ward starts at right back. I think Roberto Pereira will be licking his lips looking at that. That is a better proposition for us out there. I think I can see us playing the ball a lot down the left-hand side. Pereira will kind of cut inside a bit more. We were controlling the channels, I thought, a lot better second half against Burnley. Need to definitely do that.
Earlier you were talking about our strikers and the wingers also pressing. Obviously, our attack had a really good game last week with Will Hughes getting on the score sheet, as well as both Gray and Deeney. Going into this weekend, carrying forward that momentum, what do you expect of them to be like on Sunday?
Well, they're going to be very confident, that's for sure, especially after Brighton. And, Deeney and Gray didn't score at Brighton at home, but they did a lot of...
They clearly worked well together.
That's it, but it's about keeping up with this formation, and what they need to do on Sunday, they need to keep positive, so they need to do exactly what they did, but even better. So say if Gray is running down the wing, Deeney needs to make sure pick it up, and they need to like form this partnership, and the more games they do it, they'll come the better off.
Troy and Andre's partnership up there. Things kind of, it looked as though things were kind of coming together, and I think in previous seasons we've had this problem where I've kind of turned up to Watford games and I've kind of been watching a bunch of individuals really, whereas now we're moulding things together as a team.
I guess that's what a pre-season does when you
Absolutely.
have it under the same manager.
And I think as Troy alluded to, I think in the programme notes, I think in some of his media interviews, we've had a pre-season together. I think he said it after the Burnley
Uninterrupted
game.
as well.
Uninterrupted. He's obviously been a part of it. He wasn't part of pre-season last year because of his injury. But we've all been together, all been pushing, working together. The pre-season games have come, the ones out in Austria as well.
Team spirit seems
Team spirit seems really, really strong actually.
So what does that mean?
Celebrations and everything just look really
Yeah.
natural, like they weren't forced really. Palace have got a lot of threats, as I've said, but defensively as well, they look strong. Tompkins and Sacco, you know,
Sometimes he looks like Bambi on ice
he
when
does.
he's on.
And he got labelled quite clumsy. I think the word used was clumsy by the Liverpool fans. Mate, he's not going to hold back against Troy or Andre. He will put his neck on the line.
Do you think Troy will have the bettering of him though? Because Troy always up for it.
Troy is always up for it. I think Troy needs to be on it though from the first whistle. Him and Andre need to be on it. Need to be pressurising them. It's about the support we give them off the pitch as well. I think that's crucial. We need to really get behind the lads. Make sure it's as buzzing as it was here for the Brighton game, because the lads are going to need our support. There will be, as Nikil said, there will be tricky times during the game where we will need to weather Palace attacks. It's just about how we kind of deal with that.
Final predictions for the score.
I'm going to go 2-1 Watford. I believe we'll win. It's going to be a tight game, but I think we can do it. I'm going to go... I feel Gray is on confidence. I'm going to go Gray, and I'm going to go Pereira to score at home and everything. But we just need to... Our fans need to turn up like we always do, and never give up, and us and the team will get a victory.
I got to be honest with you, I wasn't confident at about Monday night at about 9 o'clock. I think at about quarter to 10 o'clock that night when I saw Wan-Bissaka was sent off, I was a lot more confident. That's a big play gone for them. I'm confident we are going to boss them here though at the Vic. I'm so confident I'm going to go for a 4-1 Watford.
He loves a controversial big prediction.
Big prediction. 2 goals for Troy, goal for Andre, and let's get Bobby Pereira another goal here at the Vic.
There you have it from Shane's prediction. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.